Imagine you have one extra dollar from your paycheck that you can put toward retirement. Where should that dollar go first? The 401k, the Roth option, or the employer match? If you cannot answer that in 10 seconds, that does not mean you're bad with money. It usually means most explanations compare account labels while your real problem is deciding what the next dollar should do. That is what this video gives you, a simple order. Not a tax seminar. Not a promise that one account is perfect for everyone. Just a practical way to look at the next dollar before it leaves your paycheck. Quick note before we go further. This is general financial education, not personal financial, tax, legal, or investment advice. Your employer plan, income, taxes, debts, and family situation can change the right move for you, so check your plan documents or talk to a qualified professional if you need personal guidance. Here is why this gets confusing so fast. You open the retirement section of your benefits portal, and the screen asks questions you were never really taught. Traditional 401k, Roth 401k, employer match, contribution percentage, investment elections, maybe automatic enrollment, maybe a sentence about vesting that sounds important but not exactly clear. And you're sitting there thinking, I want to be responsible, but I also need this paycheck to survive the month. That tension is real. Retirement saving matters, but a good retirement plan should not make your current life fall apart. If you want retirement and account decisions explained in plain English before they turn into expensive guesses, subscribe. This channel is built for people who want money to finally make sense without the confusion. Now let's follow the next dollar. Before that dollar goes into any retirement account, start with step 0. Check whether the paycheck can handle it. If raising your retirement contribution means you cannot pay rent, you miss required minimum payments, or you immediately put groceries on a credit card you cannot pay off, the system is under strain. The contribution has to fit inside a real monthly life. A small contribution you can keep making is usually more useful than an aggressive one you cancel after one hard month. So ask 3 basic questions. Can I cover my essential bills after this contribution? Am I staying current on required debt payments? Do I have some cash available for normal surprises? You do not need a perfect financial life to start. But if every contribution creates a new emergency, stabilize the paycheck enough that saving does not turn into new debt. Once that is clear, the next dollar moves to step 1, find the employer match rule. A match means your employer may add money to your retirement account when you contribute your own money, according to the rules of your plan. The important phrase is according to the rules. Some plans match only up to a certain level of your pay. Some have vesting rules which can affect when the employer contribution is fully yours if you leave. Some have waiting periods or different formulas. So do not just ask, do I have a match? Ask, what exactly do I have to contribute to receive it, and what rules come with it? For many employees, the match deserves early attention because it is tied directly to your contribution. If you contribute nothing, you may receive nothing from that part of the benefit. But it is still a benefit with terms. Open your benefits portal and look for the plan summary, match formula and vesting section. If the wording is confusing, ask human resources or payroll to explain it in plain English. Once you know the rule, the next dollar has a job. Capture the reasonable match available to you, if your plan offers one and your paycheck can support it. Reasonable matters. If contributing enough to capture the full match fits your bills, that can be a strong early target. If it does not fit yet, you might start smaller and increase later. Now step 2. Understand Roth versus traditional as tax timing. This is where people start picking teams. Some people hear Roth and think it is always smarter. Some people hear traditional and think the tax break today automatically wins. A better way to see it is this: Roth and traditional are mostly about when the taxes are handled. With traditional style contributions, you may reduce taxable income now depending on the account and the rules, and withdrawals are generally taxed later. With Roth style contributions, you contribute after-tax money now, and qualified withdrawals are generally tax-free later. Think of 2 receipts. Traditional is more like moving the tax receipt into the future. Roth is more like paying the tax receipt before the money goes into the account. That picture is simplified, but it helps beginners stop treating the names like personality types. Roth may appeal to someone earlier in their career, in a lower income season, or who likes the idea of qualified tax-free withdrawals later. Traditional may appeal to someone who values reducing taxable income now, is in a higher income season, or needs more paycheck room today. Neither one automatically wins in every household. Future tax rules, income, state, family situation, retirement age, and other accounts can all matter. Some people even use a mix if their plan allows it. So after you understand the match, Roth versus traditional becomes a tax timing choice, not a loyalty test. Step 3 is where the next dollar becomes personal, but still not random. If you have captured the match you reasonably can, and you still have room to save more, decide whether extra contributions should lean Roth style, traditional style, or some combination available in your plan. Sustainability matters again. A contribution that looks impressive on a spreadsheet can become a problem if it makes every paycheck too tight. People often compensate somewhere else by swiping a credit card, stopping contributions, or avoiding the account because it feels stressful. A common approach is to start with a percentage you can live with, then increase it when your income rises, a debt payment disappears, or your cash buffer improves. Your first enrollment decision does not have to be your final answer for the next 30 years. Let's make this concrete with Naomi. Naomi starts a new job and opens the retirement enrollment screen during lunch. She sees traditional 401k, Roth 401k, employer match, contribution rate, and investment options. Her first instinct is to choose Roth because she saw someone online say Roth is best. But instead of clicking through, she follows the next dollar order. First, she checks her paycheck reality. After rent, bills, groceries, transportation, and minimum debt payments, she has some room, but not a lot. If she contributes too aggressively, the shortfall will probably land on her credit card. Second, she reads the employer match section. The wording is not clear, so she asks payroll how much she has to contribute to receive the available match and whether vesting rules apply. That one message changes the decision. Naomi realizes the match is part of the compensation package, and she needs to understand the terms before debating Roth versus traditional. Third, she chooses a contribution level that starts capturing the match within what her paycheck can handle. It is not the maximum. It is not flashy, but it is a real start that does not force her to borrow for normal bills. Fourth, for any extra contribution beyond that, she compares Roth and traditional based on her current tax situation and comfort level. She treats the choice as tax timing. Finally, she sets a reminder for a few months later. If her emergency savings improves, she gets a raise, or a debt payment goes away, she can raise the contribution and revisit Roth versus traditional. Naomi does not become a retirement expert in one afternoon. She simply stops clicking through the benefits screen like it is a guessing game. Before we recap, here are common mistakes to avoid. Skipping the match because Roth sounds more sophisticated. Maxing out contributions while normal bills are sliding onto debt. Treating Roth versus traditional like a permanent identity. Assuming the account is finished once the contribution is set, even though the investment selection inside the account still matters. And never checking the plan again after raises, job changes, debt payoff, family changes, moves, or tax changes. So here is the next dollar recap. First, make sure the contribution does not break your current paycheck. Second, find the employer match formula and any vesting rules. Third, capture the reasonable match if your plan offers one and your budget can support it. Fourth, treat Roth and traditional as tax timing choices, not internet teams. Fifth, increase and revisit over time as your income, cash buffer, debts, and life change. Your action step is simple. Open your benefits portal or plan summary and write down 3 answers. Does my employer offer a match? What do I have to contribute to receive it? Am I choosing Roth, traditional, or both, and why? If you can answer those 3 questions, the retirement screen becomes a lot less intimidating. You do not have to master every retirement rule today. Start by giving the next dollar a clear job before it leaves your paycheck. Thanks for watching. In the next video, we will keep making these money decisions easier to understand, one practical step at a time.